Fish on!
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are stepping away from Rainbow Six Siege and Airsoft and your normal stuff. Today we are catching some trout in Alaska. This is from the summer that I spent there in 2018, and I'm going to talk more about how we did it and what happened and show you some pictures later on in the video. Enjoy!
Fish on! I did it!
Yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty excited. This is the very first trout that I've ever caught in my entire life. And this one, this little tiny guy, is my very first dolly rod.
Yeah! I caught one!
However, all of these fishing trips weren't exactly all fun and games. I fell in the river twice before I ever caught my first salmon, and this is just one of the many instances where I came very close trying to cross water that was moving very fast and was pretty deep and very tough to cross.
Hey, that's still an okay size. That's an okay size fish. Let me see it. Oh, that's a dolly. Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. Hey, buddy. You know, I kind of want to stay in this spot and catch some more. Dude, the one you had on was big. There he goes, right back to where he was doing.
Should have had my GoPro on me every single time I stepped foot outside because I was always fishing in my 2018 season in Alaska. So this picture that I wanted to show you is of a clear summer day. We have some sockeye salmon. This is a school of them swimming in front of me, and they are headed upstream to lay their eggs. And usually right behind them, in kind of where you can see the little pink hit indicator, the trout will sit either with them or behind them, feeding on the eggs as they lay them. So what we would do is we would take a bead that was the same size and hopefully the right color, and we would throw it past the salmon upstream, and then you would drift it back down to the trout. Most of the time when we were doing this, we were fishing for dolly varden, and these fish get their name from the spots that they have on their sides, which is also named after a Charles Dickens character because it resembled a dress in his book. You can catch a lot of really good fish like this, and if you do it right and match the beads correctly, you will go through a lot of fish very quickly on a good day. And sockeye salmon are headed up to spawn, but the dolly will also spawn in the summer months, and this one that you can see here has started to put on his spawning colors. So they start to turn a lot darker and have a bit more brightish orange hue to them, and as they get bigger and mature more, they get even brighter and look much, much more prettier as well. Also, while you're fishing for trout using these beads, there are two types of trout. You have to go through a lot of dolly varden, but you will also catch a good number of rainbows. This is my personal best rainbow that I caught in the Kenai Peninsula in my 2018 season, and my best friend's as well. His, unfortunately, I catch a lot of heat for it because his was bigger. But while you're outside fishing, and anytime you're ever near the water where there is a food source for the bears, you will run into quite a few of them, and me and my best friend ran into a numerous amount of them. However, when everything goes correctly and you have the best day ever, this was the result that I was able to produce. This is my best dolly varden that I've ever caught, and hopefully I'll get to go back and catch another one twice this size, as they've been known to get up to 20 pounds.
That's a fish.
This bonus clip is the first sockeye salmon that I ever caught, or salmon in general. Like the dolly varden that you saw in the first video was my first. This was my personal best sockeye salmon, and it was truly a monster. If you notice when I'm holding the net, my fingernails are painted. We had gone 3 or 4 times. I'd stood in the river for about 20-ish hours, and I'd fallen in twice, and they painted my nails because I couldn't catch a fish, and I was only allowed to take it off once I finally caught a fish, and I finally did it. The second clip here, the guy that netted my first fish for me was a complete stranger that I had never met, and that he ended up hooking up on a nice sized salmon as well, and I was able to return the favor and net his fish for him. So we were all equal after that day, and I was really thankful that he was able to help me land that fish, because it was truly an enormous fish and it tasted great.
Oh boy, Austin's gonna be pissed. That is a monster salmon.
We worked too hard for him.
Yes. Alright, I can take the nail polish off. Hook is out. You got something I can bash you in the head with?
Yeah. A rock.
Here, I got one. Hold on. Yeah, I got him. Alright.
I have never been more nervous in my life than when I was about to net this fish, because if I messed up and somehow let this fish get away, I was not going to be able to turn around and look that guy in the face. I was going to be so upset. Nothing would have disappointed me more than losing someone else's fish. But thankfully I got it in the net on the first try.
Here you are.
Yeah. Hard to come by.
Yep.
So here's a picture of me fishing in that river where we were fishing for salmon. It was about 50 to 60 yards across. It's a very, very big river, and I'm doing the Kenai flop here. This is a picture of me after the net job, and this was truly an amazing experience for me. I was smiling ear to ear, and this is, a good picture of how big the fish truly was. Thank you everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Stick around for the next one.